today, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. As we'll see Jimmy Garoppolo and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest. You'll take the week off. Get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2. But his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So the Steelers now in great shape to begin their initial possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
A toss left, Henry. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
This complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And now they'll throw with Allen. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. The ball's out, McCaffrey lost it. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's intercepted at the goal line. John Johnson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. He's got to feel grateful at this point. The defense was able to get the turnover and get the ball back because he threw the interception last time. Could be a 2-score deficit right now. Instead, still 1 score.
Grateful, relieved. Now he gets to turn to his offense and say, look at the gift we got from our teammates. Let's make sure we take advantage of it now. It could be, as you noted, a much bigger deficit.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's McCaffrey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
McCaffrey on the
6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
The 8-yard line. 1st and goal, Buffalo.
Now Allen. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're doing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Allen now on 3rd and goal. Steps away. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Buffalo.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken the lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And throw right side complete to Parker. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And it's complete. Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Derrick Henry.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Garoppolo on 1st down. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 7 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Henry.
Derrick Henry.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 41, Garoppolo. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And the Steelers are going to have it 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop.
Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He has not had the game that he envisioned. His team has not had the game that they've envisioned here. So how do they turn this around now?
Well, right now, what he's looking forward to doing is finding a way to get the added weight on his back. Is it like that monkey that Steve Young was talking about? Remember that in the Super Bowl?
Oh, the 95 Super Bowl.
Right, when they beat the Chargers, and, you know, he had that weight of expectations and past greats on his back. In this case, it's just bad play. Can he shake it off and then be able to play loose and free and help his team out?
See if he can do just that. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Allen now on 1st down. Out to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I Hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
48-yard line.
Allen off the play fake. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Yards to go.
And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a 1st down.
And he'll be the one in the film session if he's saying, hey, run that one back, coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again.
2 more time.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it. Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. But we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Allen from the gun on third down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
And the Bills' first down.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round week. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Brandon Cooks, 33 yards. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. And that makes it 14-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
Steelers 10. Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up, and then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Taken at about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Second and 1.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in, but couldn't hang on third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On first down, Garoppolo. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
51, Mike 51.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Able to complete this to Shenault. Now he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Levi Wallace with a pick.
Garoppolo's pass intercepted by the Bills.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Allen. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Christian McCaffrey as the first half is winding down. And the Bills will add on to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And the lead will grow by 1 more. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Garoppolo. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This, the first of 4 divisional round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins squaring off against the New York Jets. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got 1 half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it all to you, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10.
Jimmy Garoppolo and his offense heading back on the field. And I guess right now as we look at some of his struggles today, the term next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that because that's where his head needs to be, exactly what you've said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen, keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
Well, they disrupted already for 3 INTs.
Number 22, Derek.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Let's go, let's go. Mike, number 53.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football and averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
They call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The tackle there by John Johnson. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Third down.
From the gun, Allen. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Able to convert on fourth to bring up first and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there. Now Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They'll look to run with Dillon. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will extend their lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Rosas now to add the PAT. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. And right side, Henry's got it. To the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much.
Complete to Derrick Henry.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner. Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Connection made with Chenault. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That's another.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On third down, Henry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down. They'll run. It's Henry. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
I can hear it right now that most people in our business are saying, why aren't they running the football? But I happen to agree with this strategy. They've had success all game long. I don't think they should go away from it. Too often, teams go into that protect mode and end up giving away the football. This team has stayed aggressive, and it's working out for them.
Christian McCaffrey.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Allen gonna throw. Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Call it a loss of 14 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd down.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
It's now 3rd down and long.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, it will make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick six. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on down's the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
The Bills on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that will be incomplete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Bills drive stalls out on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th. But they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo.
Looking for Parker again, and this time he's got him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Garoppolo again. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
The Bills are moving on as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.